Okay, so we started with everybody meeting each other. Dell learned that Ash was a cleric of death. Romy got hired by Ash and Dell to be the fighter in the gladiator arena. When they signed up, Romy goes under the name of R. Dell is Danny DeVito, and Ash is just Ash, but I also have in parentheses DeVito because I
Yes,
could not
Ash
remember if that was canon or
DeVito.
not. So they share
Can we make that canon?
Loaded, but
slay.
I think it should be canon.
It
I
is
think it
Danny, do
should.
canon.
you think it should be canon?
I think it should be canon.
All right,
Okay.
I'm erasing the
Ash
parentheses.
DeVito.
We have Ash and Danny DeVito.
Oh my fucking god.
I need you to understand that one is made of fire and the other one is made of water. So
And that's what makes it poetic. It's poetic.
Once in the not the arena but the place underneath where all of like the fighters and the sponsors hang out, Romy met a dragonborn and flirted and also sassed him at the same time, and they both did it to each other. At this moment, while they're discussing things, Dell becomes bisexual because there is a vampire.
Can I just add? So on my character document that I wrote, I have a section for sexuality, and next to sexuality on Dell's document, it says suddenly bisexual.
Real.
Mans was supposed to be gay. Vampire woman existed. Never mind. Fuck that. Vampire lady had a really pretty dress on, and Dell was dumb. Dell was dumb. Dell wrote badly. Dell did not know what it was, and the vampire lady kind of sassed him. Ash didn't know where the dress was from. The vampire lady is interested in Ash's cloak, but there was no confirmation on whether or not that is the creator of the cloak is understood between those two. Romy then met a couple of new people. There is including Spoke, who is incredibly flamboyant, and then in the same interaction, they also rolled really a nat 1 and think that Spike is evil and hates them. Again, Romy rolled a natural. You think
Spike
that
is evil
because you rolled a natural 1.
Oh, I thought Spike was actually evil
No.
and hates me.
You think that because you
That's
rolled
just-
a
I
natural
thought Spike
1.
thought I was evil.
No,
Oh,
you think
never
Spike
mind.
is evil.
Well, I do think Spike is evil and hates me, so
Yeah, that's what you think.
Yeah.
In this conversation, Romy learns of a murder that happened 5 years ago, in which another gladiator named Hunter was stabbed by a man with a mask that had no facial expressions. Romy seems interested in Hunter and asks Spike to go research about him and figure out what's going on with that. That is when they then roll a natural 1 and think that they're evil. And bad. Spoke is just there and is having a good ass time. I have Dell has a crush on MILFs, but I don't remember how that's relevant.
I don't.
It's always relevant.
Yes.
Why wouldn't he?
Yes. I think it's relevant anyway.
It's a core
So
part of his persona, if you
Yes.
will.
After that, Ash and Dell met Nim, who is a purple tiefling who runs the library in Willowfell. They get some information about a romance that happened about 2 years ago, as well as last year when Ivan moved up 4 levels, which is near unheard of, as well as the fact that very few people have any issues with Lady Veta, who is the vampire, and Ivan, who is the dragonborn fighter. I do have another note here, but I don't think you guys are supposed to know that. So we do have a little schedule for you guys. That was in the beginning of the day. Throughout the rest of you guys, you met other people, but there was no like important information, just learning about people, learning how the game worked. Afternoon, there was a theater, like a show that happened in the theater as well as in the evening. Its title was Playing with Fire. It received rave reviews, as well as Lady Veta, who is known for not being super interested in theater, has made a sizable donation to this troupe of theater performers and has invited them to play in Sylvania. There is no knowledge of whether or not they agreed to it, but that is the current tea going on. We pick up right before. Fight goes as follows. Today is Thursday. It is the spring equinox. In the evening, there is the equinox ball. There is no theater performances today. There are 2 fights for tier 1s. One fight happens before lunch. One fight happens after lunch. Oh, what's very important is that in these tier 1s, 3 fights in the morning, 3 fights in the evening. The most important fights are going to be that first beginning fight, because that's when everyone has your eyes on the gladiators, as well as that last fight. At the moment, Romy does not know where they are fighting, and that is where they're going to. The arena is a large open space. What is in the arena has not been revealed yet. It is still a secret until that first fight happens. Del and Ash has gone over to the sponsor box where they're going to watch the fights as well as the other sponsors for these fighters. And Romy, where we first go in, is in the area leading up to the fights where the fighters meet, prepare, adjust their clothing, their gear, their weapons. Romy is not aware of who they're fighting, but they did sign up for only melee fighting, so no weapons. So the other person will not have a short sword, long sword, bow, anything like that. So fully fists, because that is what they are the most comfortable with. That is where we see Romy. So Romy, you are going into an unknown arena to fight. You are used to fighting on ships, on the waves, on the rocky waters. You're entering unknown territory, unknown people. You don't know who you're fighting. You've met a couple of the fighters, but you know that Ivan's in tier 4, you know that Spoke and Spike are in tier 2, Nim's fighter Barb is in tier 3, so you're not going up against any of the fighters that you had formed like a little bit of a connection with. So what do you do to prepare yourself for an unknown battle?
I hope and pray. Real. Usually my strategy.
Awesome. So how are you feeling in this moment?
Fine.
Fine?
Great.
Yeah?
Great.
Yeah?
Feeling awesome.
Mm-hmm. So you're standing there waiting for the theater kids essentially to come out with that list of fighters, because if anything else, that is going to ease the tension in the room. You feel the anxiety coming off of the other fighters. While they are not anxious in the way that you're prepping for a battle to the death, as it's a battle to first blood, no one is going to die in this round. No one should die in this round. It is still that anxious feeling of waiting for
Shouldn't
the
no one die ever in this
No
thing?
one
Like,
should
no one's
die
dying.
ever.
No one's dying.
But
Should, but you know
a
more
person
than
have.
others that people have.
I'm just putting it out there.
So
But whatever.
you're waiting for
I'm
this
not
cast
worried
list
or
to be
anything.
posted. You have all of the tier 1 fighters here. You don't recognize any of them specifically, other than passing glances as you saw the new people come in. But you do recognize one. Ivan is approaching you. He's not supposed to be down here, but there's no rules against any of the fighters coming in to this arena. Not the arena, but like the arena outside. He approaches you, and while he stands beside you, he seems almost nervous, as he's trying to decide to actually go ahead and do something. And he's just waiting for where the cast list will be posted, the fight list will be posted, waiting. So, do you want to roll? You can roll perception for me, or you can just ask, what would you want to do in this moment? Would you want to gain some insight on him, or you just want to go up front like as you've done before?
I'll just go up front. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be down here.
I'm not supposed to be anywhere, sweetheart. There's sorry. Hold on, let me try this again. You see him like take a deep breath and do like a little, as he's trying to like put back on this like fighter persona that he's dropped. He turns down to look at you, and from his back pocket it's a silk flower. It's a blue that's just a shade or two off from your eye. It has a golden stem and little carved little petals, and he holds this out to you. I wanted to wish you good luck, but I don't think you're gonna need it.
Thank you.
All right, cool. So you gain a D6 in Bardic Inspiration. So you can add this roll to any of your rolls when you get into this fight. So I'll mark that down on your character sheet, so you have a plus 1d6.
I don't know what a D6 is.
It's the dice.
Just the regular one. It's just the normal one.
It's your normal dice.
Okay. Thanks.
It's a 6-sided dice. So as he gives this
So I
to
roll
you,
with a 6-sided dice next
yeah.
time?
I'll explain to it in a second. But
Okay, sorry.
yeah.
Keep going.
So I'm just letting you know that way you can keep a mark of it.
Okay.
So he gives this to you. He does not wish you good luck, but you can feel that sense of like, he knows you're going to succeed. So he does not need to wish you good luck, but he wants to still go through the action of wishing you good luck while also not He's also not certain of whether or not he's supposed to say good luck because technically it's a theater and he's heard that people are supposed to say break a leg, so he's really unclear on what the rules are. But he wants to show that he's rooting for you, but he's very awkward about it. Something about this is not quite in his normal wheelhouse. He gives this silk flower to you. It's handmade. The petals are a little bit misshapen, but it was tied together and for you. And then with that, he walks away and leaves, leaving you here. The cast list, a couple of minutes after this interaction, is posted. And Romy, you're the first fighter. You're not supposed to be, but you are. Your
What?
name is on the top of that list.
What? I'm not supposed to be?
You're
What?
not supposed to be because you're one of the few people who are entirely new. Which means that someone has put in a good word for you to get you onto the top of the list, to have everyone's eyes be on you. So either someone is rooting for you, or they're rooting for you to fail.
Oh.
It could be one or the other, but you're not certain. Your combatant, however, is Mo, M-O. You look over to the other person who's found their name. It's a man. He's got like fair skin, brown hair, almost like indistinguishable from any other white man there is. But that is your competitor. There's nothing specifically unique about him, but that doesn't mean anything, especially in melee.
Okay.
So, you're here. You're the first fighter. As you prepare yourself, as you steel yourself for going into this first fight, having everyone watching you, seeing what you'll do, we turn to Dell and Ash. You guys are walking up to the sponsorship tent. You don't know that Romy is the first fighter of the season. You're expecting maybe a mid fighter, maybe the last one of the second one, the last fighter of this first round. You know they're in the first round because they've called you up here to sit in the sponsorship tent, and not everyone who has a tier fighter is up here. One person who is Lady Veta. She's standing there.
Amazing.
She does have an outfit on. It is... Ooh, actually, hold on. Dell, roll me a...
Yeah. Sorry, I'm scared. Whoa, I got scared. Don't mind me.
Actually, both
Sorry.
of you guys. Both of you... roll me history. Yeah, history. Dell, you're going to get a -1 to that. Ash, you're going to just get a roll of flat d20, so nothing is added or subtracted. Just roll me history. Okay.
16.
16?
Yes.
5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. Dell,
Yeah.
you recognize this outfit, and you have no idea where, but it's bugging you. It's in that back of your mind, the words on like the tip of your tongue where you're like, it's right there, I know it, I do. You cannot recall, you just know that you know the outfit. Ash.
He would.
You
Sorry.
know that you know
Whoa.
it, you just don't know where you know it, but you know it, you know how somehow it's in there, it's important, but you cannot recall it for the life of you. Ash.
Me coded.
It's a full ADHD moment. Like, I know this. I know it. I recognize it. Nothing else. That is familiar. Ash, you had a 16, right?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So this outfit it's got a deep plunging neckline. It's like a soft, billowy white shirt. There's like a pair of leather pants with like buckles and ties to it. What you do notice the most about this, it is, and Del, you notice it too because it's what she's wearing. But you don't remember what it is. Ash, you see like splatters of like faint splatters of blood, but like in a slightly artistic way. You know this outfit is from a series of like 10 or so outfits that were given out of adventurers. It's the exact same outfit that was given to 10 different adventurers as they go out and adventure. And then the outfits were brought back and set up in a big old art exhibition talking about like it was some highbrow concept that your mother loved, but you didn't quite get like what it was supposed to mean. All you saw was like this progression of like destruction of clothing, or like a progression of adventurer wear. This outfit, the one that she's specifically wearing, you're pretty sure it's either the second one in this row, so it's like the second most beat up one or the third most beat up one, but you can't remember exactly which one. You also do not know the name of the person who created the collection, but you remember the collection. It was made almost what, 3 years ago, you think? About 3 years ago, that the collection was like presented and invited guests and everything, which means that she has a lot of money to buy this specific outfit as it's only one of 10, and technically it's one of a kind. So, here you are in this sponsorship arena. You have the other sponsors for other tier ones, and then Lady Veta, there's also another man that you don't recognize as one of the sponsors that you were seeing in the area down below. You assume this man to be one of the people who are actually running the event. He does not, he stands on the opposite end as Lady Veta. So you have Lady Veta on the left and the man who you're pretty sure is running the event on the right. Who do you approach? Or do you just go straight to the middle to see what's going on?
No, Dell is completely bugged out of his mind about this dress. He's like, I know this dress. I know I've seen it. Like, I should know what this is. Well, I don't understand. So he has no other choice. He has to go up to Lady Veta.
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
You can tell that Dell is very bugged by this and is willing to tag along because they're also curious.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so Dell's gonna go up to Lady Veta and he's gonna be like, my darling! Your dress today is absolutely spectacular. It's on the tip of my tongue where it's from, and I'm sorry, where did you get that dress? It's stunning.
It's from an exhibition, sweetheart. There was a handful of adventurers, not me, of course, but a handful of adventurers that all had like individual outfits. It's very interesting. Do you know about it? It was fairly niche, I believe. Only like when like the adventurers and their families were invited to see the outfits before, and like a couple of other important people before they were sold off essentially. I tend to wear it to events like these because I think it's fetching. It fits the mood, if all else.
If I know about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I do. Do I?
You do, but you can't remember what's clicking. There's something there that's triggering the back of your mind, but it was never something about the event about adventurers, but you're not quite certain what she's talking about. But it's there. You know there was something about this outfit, but you can't put your finger on it. It's not in your lore document. Don't worry. It's one of like the big.
Yeah. Interesting. Can I roll to see if I remember this exhibition?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, roll a. Hold on. What is your investigation? I want you to roll high on this because
my investigation is -1.
it is
my
-1.
Yeah, my highest is nothing that will help. It's persuasion and athletics. So, but I do have perception is a +1 if that helps.
Yeah, roll perception for me. Just roll perception. We can do that one.
Oh, I got an 18!
Slay.
Slay!
So even if you did any of the other ones, it still would have been over 15. Okay, so you, as you consider her words, it dings in the back of your mind in the way that you walk through a door and then walk back out to remember what you were in that room for. Your mom wore one of the outfits. Maz was one of the people who was chosen to go out on an adventure and then come back in one of these outfits. So you were invited to the exhibition, but you did not go. You had other things going on. You had a little bit of training in the background. She went, you remember there was like a big fashion book and she was so excited. She had like a whole tea party and was showing it off to all of her like friends and everything. So while you did not go to this exhibition, you remember your mother talking about it constantly, for like a year. Um, you also remember her going off somewhere. In fact, you now that you think about it, it was the same time as this event going on, where she wore the outfit and then was gone for like a week and then came back.
That's interesting, Elle. That's
Mhm.
so interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, yeah, okay.
But
Dell's
your
gonna be
mother.
like,
Mhm.
I think I've pieced together who my mother was from the people that was referenced, by the way. I think I pieced it
Mhm.
together. But anyway, not the point. I'm just thinking about my notes. Okay. I
I was waiting for you to.
nearly okay. I mean, I kind of had an inkling when I was going over it after, but then I was like, I don't have enough evidence. I can't take this seriously. So anyway, not the point. Ugh, mother. Anyway, mommy. Okay, whoa. When you say mom,
Mhm.
do you mean which one? Okay, cool. Thanks. Awesome. Thank you. That's great. Okay, Dell is just gonna go, aha! That's where I know it from. My mother wore that dress. Oh, that's right, that exhibition. I was invited. I never got the chance to go.
Oh, that's very interesting, darling. I believe I met your mother then. I met all of the ladies there. It was one of the most interesting exhibitions of like art and fashion that I'd seen in a while. So interesting that we have a connection there that we never knew of till now.
Truly is a small world, Lady Veta.
Oh yes. Ash, you went to this exhibition. You don't
What?
know, you don't remember seeing anyone that could resemble like Dell's mother. You vaguely remember seeing there was a lot of people there. There was a lot of people that you did not want to talk to because there was a lot going on and you were kind of going through something at this time, having a little bit of crisis, so you kind of hung up to the back. You vaguely remember it, but you don't recognize Lady Veta in any other way than meeting her here. But you're pretty sure that she's telling the truth because why would she lie if she has the outfit that was sold there?
Mhm.
So here you are, standing here, talking with Veta, observing the arena. It opens. The arena opens as the tolls of the bell for the signal for the first fight to begin. The arena opens. There's a couple of levels to it. There's the level up top that opens up into a stage that can be broken down and transformed through funky little magic things, because if theater kids are going to do something with magic, they're going to be stagehands. So there's the theater on the top layer. The second layer up opens up into arena, and then you've heard that the third layer opens up into essentially a place to have like boat fights or magical fighting arenas on that bottom layer. So the second layer to this arena appears. And there's an uproar of the crowd as the scene is revealed. It changes every year. Every year it changes. Last year, you know that there was like a big old snowy escape. The year before that, it was like sparse trees and hills and rocks. Each of the arenas are like mimic different places the world almost perfectly, except for the fact like if you're in a snowy arena, it's not going to be freezing cold just because they'd rather not have frostbite on their fighters. This arena opens up and there's two sections. There's a beach. It's sandy, a couple of like different sand particles, like a soft tan. On the edges it leads to like a little bit more of rocky areas. And the other part of it, there is it dips below. There's water, like a deep blue, almost of like the deep seas, artificial, of course. You don't get that kind of like deep dark blue without some kind of like magical there. And in this part of the sea, there's a ship. It's half of a ship, cracked in half almost, and half of it's gone. The other half is at a tilt. There's part of a mast and like the captain quarters here. It's a dark wood. It's new because it's been made for this arena. Romy, as the gates open and you see this arena, you see the ship. It flickers for a moment in your mind. It's almost familiar, too familiar. You know that ship. You know, like, the carves of the wood. In your mind's eye, you can see the places that you broke the edges of the railing and it had to be fixed and repaired. This deep grooves cut into the mast. You can see them. You know this ship. It's your ship. And then your gaze flickers as your heartbeat chills, forcing yourself to remain calm again, because it can't be your ship. That's sunk. It's in the waves. There's no way that it's here in the middle of a landlocked city. It's the wrong color. It's the wrong wood. But it's your ship. You walk out because you have nothing else to do. You can't turn back. You're the first fight of this tournament, and Mo appears from the other side. You're standing face to face in this arena that is familiar, yet unfamiliar. You don't know what's going on. You don't know why that is your ship, yet it's different. It's wrong, but it's the same. You're standing here, face to face, and we're gonna roll initiative. So, Romy, Del, and Ash. Sorry, I smushed you guys together. Dash.
I'm like, no, not Dash. No.
Do Romy and the DeVitos.
Romy and the DeVitos. Everybody is
That's like
going
a
to roll
band name.
initiative, and then let me know what order, how we end up. So
What am I rolling?
you are rolling a d20, and then in your character sheet there is going to be. So this is when we pull up character sheets. We're going to go.
It's up.
So there's right next to AC, that's going to have a number. The box right next to it is going to be your initiative. So that is going to be a plus whatever, plus or negative whatever.
I need you to say that again, because you cut out.
Sorry. Okay, there's the shield logo that has your AC, and then there's
Yes.
a box right next to it that says initiative. There's either going to be a negative or a plus to it.
Okay.
So you're going to add that to whatever d20 roll. So roll your d20 and then add your initiative.
Oh, no.
I got a 15.
Okay,
Do I roll a d6 or a d20?
d20.
Okay.
d20.
So I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2. That's okay. That's okay.
So I rolled a 16 plus 3 is 19.
Slay.
Well, I rolled a 2 minus 1.
Oh,
Oh,
that's funny.
2
I'm
minus
so
1.
sorry, Hen.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
And what did you roll? You
That-
rolled, Del?
That's tough.
Oh, I got a
You
15
got a 15.
plus 0.
Plus 0.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Sorry, guys,
okay.
was not.
When you're the
she's
personality
really
hire.
nice, really
Sorry.
simple.
She saved me.
Okay, so initiative.
Just the energy.
Just not.
So initiative is
I'm just here.
essentially the order in which we take the turns of battle. So all the players will roll initiative, and then the combatants who I run will roll initiative in a variety of different ways. We only have one person that we're fighting, so we only have Mo. So Mo rolled a 6. They're gonna go after Romy and Del. So
Wait, what? We're all fighting, huh? What?
no, we're
Oh,
not all
hands
fighting.
gone.
It's in the
Man's gone. Okay.
Yeah. I do have a question.
Mhm.
There we go.
So, as sponsors, what do we get to do?
So
Can I
this-
send them anything?
This is where your
Pulling
funky
a
little...
Cornelius Snow.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't worry about it.
This is where your guys' spell sheets and can't...
Okay.
So this is where your character sheets, the spell slot, and the cantrips are going to come in handy. So this is where... So Del, if you want to look, we'll go back to Romy because you're very easy for me because you're just going to hit this man. So we're going to figure out what these two could possibly do. If you win immediately, they don't have to worry about anything. But we're essentially walking through combat in a very simple combat and going through the steps before actually like beating people up and then taking forever to figure out what's going on. So, process of combat, and then we'll actually start combat. So, initiative starts the order that we go. And then, since Romy rolled a 19, they'll go first, and we'll get back to you in a minute. So, Del, if you want to look at your cantrips and your spell slots, I'm pretty sure you only have cantrips right now. You have a features. They both count. So if you want to look for anything that gives other players advantage or gives the opponent, so Mo, disadvantage. I don't know if you have anything. I know you have healing points and lay on hands.
Oh, do I?
Mhm.
Oh. You know, I'm gonna be so real, I don't see that on my thing.
Yeah, so that's gonna be in the 2 sheets that I sent to you in your character sheets. The top one is going to be your features spells. So currently you're in a level 1 paladin, so they don't get spells until like level 2 and 3. So you just have your 2 features and your cantrip. So since you guys are being sponsors, you can essentially send magic, but you want to make sure that it's magic that other people can't see. In this combat specifically. So I don't think, looking at your stuff, that you can do anything right this very moment. Lay on hands is something that you can do after the fight to get them back up, because if they win, you're going to want Romy to be as high as level as high as like hit points as possible. If they win and are able to go into the next fight. So,
Okay.
Divine Sense is essentially sensing undead and celestial. While that's good in some contexts, it's not really applicable here because you know who you're fighting. It's some guy.
Yeah.
It's just
The
some
white
dude.
boy of the month.
White boy of the month.
White boy of the month.
White boy of the month.
Yes.
All right, cool. So, Hannah, you have a lot of spells and cantrips.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm
It's because
flipping through 2 pages right now.
Yeah, clerics have essentially, they're like a spellcaster, so their whole thing is spells whereas paladins are both spellcasters and melee combatants. So that's why you had the option of either being a gladiator or a sponsor, because you could do both, possibly, you know? So here, what we can do.
Is Discord dying?
You told me to look at my spells, and then I didn't hear anything else.
Lovely. Okay.
So I need you to go back.
Okay, I'm just cool. So you can hear me. Awesome. So you have 2 spells
Yes,
here.
I can hear you now.
That you could possibly use. So, since we're especially looking for magics that aren't like Firebolt or Fire Blast or whatever the fuck it's called, and nothing obviously magic. Because you're sponsors, you're not fighters. You don't want to look like you're obviously messing with it, but everyone here is messing with it that are sponsors. So it's not like you're cheating. Everyone's doing it. It's part of the game. So you have 2 things here. You have command, which is a 1-word command to a creature that you can see within range. That's both Mo and Romy. So if they succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or if they succeed on a wisdom saving throw, they won't be affected by command. And if they do not succeed, they will have to follow this command. It is 1 word, however, so that can be interpreted in a variety of different ways, which is why it can be very powerful. It can also be a little bit messy. The other one over here is Bane. So up to 3 creatures of your choice that you see within range must make a charisma saving throw. When a target fails that saving throw and makes an attack roll, which would be important for like a fight between these 2, they must roll a d4 and subtract the number that they rolled from the attack roll. So that would essentially make whatever attack that they made on Romy possibly be lower than their AC. Cool. So when we get down to you, we'll go over it again, but we're getting familiar with all of the possibilities ever. And Hannah has froze again. Mid-wink too.
No. Good. I'm taking a screenshot of that. I'm
Oh
so
my God.
sorry, Anne. I am so sorry. I have to.
You sound like a
Okay.
robot. You sound like a robot.
I'm putting it in
Just
no
a
mic.
crisis in the
Really
background.
funny to like watch them just like have a crisis.
I'm gonna-
Gonna check no mic. Check no mic.
Oh,
That's how you were
is it
frozen.
bad? Be honest, is it bad?
a little bit.
Terrible.
It's kind of funny.
It's
Here,
just
let me-
funny.
I gotta rearrange things. Maybe if I only have Discord open, it will work. No, Mike. Let me. Oh no. Oh. Why do I look like?
Oh, there they
Uh-oh.
go
Why can't I
again.
just be normal?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
They're
I
back.
destroyed them with the power of screenshots.
I opened the picture and it just didn't.
It said no.
I'm so
Guys,
sorry for what I've done.
Let's play a game. Okay, let's
play
make
a
a
game.
test here. I'm about to click to open this character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna work? Okay.
No, I'm betting
Yeah.
$5.
It's open.
Oh.
I love
Yeah! I'll take the $5.
Successful.
All right. Okay. So
This is good.
now that
These
we've gone
goddamn
over
series.
possibilities for what you guys can do on your turn, we're gonna go back to Romy. So you're easy because all you have to do is roll to hit this guy in the face.
I'm good at that.
Yeah, you're very
Sometimes.
good at that. So
Yeah.
okay, cool. So I'm gonna need you to roll a d20 plus 5.
Mm.
You're getting this against his AC. So if you beat his AC, his armor class, essentially, you'll be able to punch it. What's up?
I got an 18.
You got an 18. Okay, so you punched this man. No contest. His AC was a 15, and you rolled a 23. So you hit him.
So you
since
punched the man.
You punched the man.
I hit that bitch hard.
You hit that bitch hard. So you're going to roll a d4. So a 4-sided dice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you're going to add 3 to it. All you need to do
5.
is get higher than a 5. And you win!
Good, guys. Look at that.
So
Look at
it's
that.
till first blood, so you don't need to kill this man. You don't need to drop him. He has the same hit points as you do, which is 9. So if you got a 4 or 5, you get first blood, so you punch him. So there's no contest. It's almost like lightning speed in which you are. It's rage almost. You got furious at the fact that like your boat is there. You're in the area that matches where you were, and it's anxious and rage, and you're in front of all of these people and they're cheering, and you sock him. You just absolutely just punch him on the jaw, and he is down. There's no
How'd you do?
time for him to react. There's no time for anyone to do anything. He is down. It is first blood. You're standing there. There's silence almost as people are trying to comprehend what just happened. It was a blink and you miss it moment. He's on the ground. You're standing there looking up. And then after that brief moment of silence, there are people cheering for you. There's a cacophony of noise bouncing off the walls, and people are excited for you. You look up to the sponsor tent, and you see your sponsors there, cheering you on.
Dell is jumping. Like losing his shit.
We're holding on to each other, jumping.
Yeah!
You're up there watching these people cheer for you. You've had people be excited for you before, but never to this magnitude. And you're ushered away from the fight, reeling back that you've won your first fight. You just have 9 more to go to win this entire thing. Slay. Okay, awesome. So, you go back. Your hit points are full. You don't need to be healed. Your sponsors come down. You have a cleric and a paladin. You know that, you actually don't know that they can heal you. You're not certain about that. You never asked. You just figured something would come up. So you go down, your sponsors come to join you. You're headed to lunch after the other fights. They were interesting at best. A couple rounds of punches, but no one had made such a big, immediate impact as you had, just socking this guy on the ground in a matter of seconds.
How did I roll that fucking well?
I don't know.
No.
You
I wasn't
slay.
expecting you to.
It's him.
I don't know.
Okay, so you're here. You're at lunch. And you're sitting with your sponsors in a secluded table. People are giving you a little bit of a berth, as per usual, but you can feel people, other fighters looking over at you, not in jealousy or like, but like vague interests. You're now more on their radar, more interesting than you were before. You're the first fight, you knocked him flat, and you're going on to the second one. And you're here at lunch, recovering a little bit. The boat there matches your boat. You smack somebody in the face, and your sponsors are absolutely fucking elated. So here you are, back together again. All three of you guys. So, what do you do?
Together.
I'm just Romy's spaced out at the table. Just
Ash is speechless, just sitting there like this.
We all know
Oh my
Dell's
gosh, what
talking.
just happened?
I just gotta figure out what he's saying. Okay. Dell, he is very animated as he's talking. He's really excited. He's gotten really into this. I'm not gonna lie. He's like, this is everything to me. And he's talking. He's like, okay, so I'm thinking for the next battle, you're going to crush them. I mean, you already wiped the floor with the White Man of the Month. What's next, right? What do you guys think? Nothing?
Definitely impressed.
Yeah, we really bet on the right fighter, huh?
That we did. Good business move for sure.
Romy's just like spaced the fuck out. Like,
Can I
no.
do I have to roll to see if I notice how spaced out Romy is?
That depends. Romy, are you trying to be
Romy's not really. No, not really.
Yeah.
Romy's
You
just like
can-
blank slate.
If you want to roll a perception check, roll a perception check against Romy's. Wait, no. You roll a perception check. Romy, you roll. I think technically, if you don't want him to know, like, if you didn't want him to see that, like, first initial moment of shock, roll me a deception check. Otherwise, just
D20.
Yeah, D20. It's D20 plus. It's D20 plus 2, and then your perception is plus. Actually, technically, it's insight, which would be plus 1. Yeah?
I got a 6.
Slay, I got a 9 plus 1, so a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so you saw that moment, that first initial moment, because your eyes were only on Romy as they entered. You saw that initial moment of, like, concealed panic. It wasn't obvious. Like, if you weren't paying attention, you wouldn't see it. But you saw that moment of panic, of, like, that in focus on the ship before it turned into fuel to sock somebody onto the ground immediately. How you bring that, you're figuring that this is probably why they're a little bit closed off, maybe just the shock. You know they're a little bit more introverted than you are, so it could just be the amount of people, the amount of tension that is suddenly on them. They could win, you're certain of that, but you don't now know if winning this game is as important as winning any other fight, because it's a game more than it is a fist fight. So it's up to you if you want to bring that up to Romy, and up to Romy how they respond. But you saw that initial moment of concealed panic when they saw the ship.
And I know it's because they saw the ship, yeah?
Because
they were
sure, but you're not, like, absolutely
Okay,
certain if
Slay,
it's
I
that,
know.
or if it's just like, oh, there is thousands of people watching me. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. You know, Romy, it was a very interesting arena, didn't you think? It's always so exciting to see what they unveil.
Yeah. Interesting is a word.
I mean, absolutely beautiful, that ship. Didn't you notice it?
I did. Mm-hmm. Just a fucking pirate ship to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then it must have been the crowd that was making you so nervous, huh?
Nervous? I wouldn't say I was nervous.
Maybe it was the adrenaline.
I wouldn't
that has
say
to
I was
be it.
nervous, but whatever. Sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The adrenaline. Del
Why
is
did
like
I look
doing
nervous?
his thing where he's like eyeing you, and you know that he's thinking and he's analyzing.
Why are you looking at me like that?
No reason. I'm just excited to see this next fight. I mean, the power that you exerted against that man. I mean, I had a feeling you were good. I didn't know you were that good.
Thank you.
Your sponsors believe in you.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Ash's whole conversation is just like sitting there listening to them be really tense towards each other and just like not really sure what to say, but just observing.
Romy knows that it's tense, but they're just not very good at conversation anyway, so they're not like putting in much effort.
Del's just doing his thing, you know? He's just doing his thing. He's just looking. He's figuring things out. He's trying to figure things out.
All right, cool. Lunch ends. People scatter off. Romy, you head back to that area outside of the arena to prepare yourself again. You don't notice it in the background, but you see that there's a brief like argument with one of the other with the fighter that you're going to fight, who's fighting with the other, not like physically fighting, but arguing with the theater kids running this show. They're fighting with them. You hear something about weapons versus fists and whatever. Ultimately, it does come down to the fact that you're the most interesting thing over her. She fought in one of the mid fights in between. You haven't heard anything about her yet. Her name is Adele. She is, you see, like, goat ears, a little bit of horns. She's not a satyr, but there's something, like, off about how she's here. Like, her nails seem a little bit sharper. Her eyes are more slitted than they would with the satyr, which would have, like, the horizontal pupils. Some kind of, like, shifter, not quite what you think at first, but something weird about her right there.
Can I roll a perception check?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't have any. Do I? What's my perception?
2.
I don't know. +2?
+2.
I got a 9 + 2 is 11.
+2 is 11. Actually, wait, hold on. Technically, hold on. I think you have a higher. 1 second. I'm trying to bump up your score because I'm. 1 second. We're gonna roll more insight checks for you because you have a higher insight roll than anything else. So your insight is 4.
Should I roll an insight?
No, you're good. We'll just put 4 instead of the 1.
Okay, 4
so
and
it's gonna
9.
end up being
13.
13, yeah.
Yeah.
So 13. So this Adele is a shifter. Not a changeling, but a shifter. Essentially, she's able to take parts of animals and use them in her form, but she cannot fully transform into something else. So she's taken all of these little bits of creatures, of animals, and using them to her advantage, like the big old horns for fighting, the slitted eyes for, you think, terror more than anything else. Sharpened claws for scratching. She seems a lot more confident with the sword on her hip, but she hands it over to the fighters because this, again, is a melee fight. Because people are interested in you, and you've only signed up for melee fights.
By the way, Romy is so scared to, like, let everyone down with this fight. Like, they had no idea they had that much rage in them to take down Mo. They had no fucking clue that would happen. Like, they knew that they, like, were good, and they said last session, they said, like, I'm gonna fucking win. There was nothing behind that. just letting you know.
And now there is.
Absolutely nothing.
I will protect Romy with everything that I am. Everything that I am. That is baby right there. That, like, I don't care what anybody says.
Headed into combat again because it was really fast the first time. So we're all gonna roll another round of initiative. So if everyone wants to roll a dice, What?
I rolled an 18.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay.
I got a
Okay, I
I
rolled
got
a
a
16.
5 minus 1, so that's 4.
What's my?
This is
Oh yeah, I only have a +0. Don't know. Okay, so 16.
This is actually like so scary, out of character. Like this is terrifying because I feel like I'm gonna roll like a 2.
Okay.
Sounds familiar.
Believe you me, it sounds
Right.
Hannah's just in the background, like, I'm really glad I'm not involved in this fight.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so scared right now.
I'm glad I'm not a fighter. This is
I'm so scared.
really solidifying my
Okay.
choice
We
to
really-
not be a fighter.
We had a big brain move by choosing to be sponsors.
Yes.
I'm terrified right now.
No, you got
I
it.
rolled a 5.
Romy's fine. I'm
so-
not.
I know, you got it though.
Like Romy could do this all day. I'm.
Okay.
It's okay,
good.
because
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
also scared.
So
I'm good.
I rolled a 5.
good.
So Romy, you get to go first again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay!
Okay. Awesome.
Yay.
So you are gonna roll a d20
Mm.
plus 5.
I swear.
The
No
plus
way.
is insane.
I got a 16.
Okay. So their armor class is 18. So you rolled a 21.
21. Mhm.
Okay, so
So
roll me a d4, a plus 3, and then
2
honestly,
plus 3, 5.
5. Okay. You're not gonna fight again. Roll me that that d6.
6.
Okay.
Fun.
You win again. So their hit points were 12. I upped it this time.
My out-of-character reaction because I'm so scared right now. I'm so scared.
So you win
That's
again.
so funny.
You win again. I upped their AC, their AC and their hit points. But I'm like, you have the bardic inspiration, and it's just gonna go to waste if we don't have you beat someone up with it. So here,
Okay.
you stick to the beach
we'd
again.
just be winning.
You'd just be winning. You'd just be winning.
I just be winning.
You'd just be
I
winning.
suppose.
So here you are. It's the last fight of the day. You stick to the beach, away from the ship. Your back is almost turned to it, and she runs at you. She's mad. She can't use her sword. She has to fight with her fist. You know that you can see from like her stance, the way that she moves. She's incredibly easy to knock out. You see that when she comes up to fight you, like she plants her feet in the sand, but it's unsteady, it's uneven, she wobbles a little bit, and in that moment where she's trying to gain her footing on the slippery sand, you absolutely fucking sock her again. Just uppercut to the jaw, she flies backward, like spooked almost. You see like her hair almost stands up a little bit like that little, like a little fawn animal that's gotten like surprised. She'd taken these like bits of like prey and predator, and in this moment she is the prey. She's lost. She won her fight earlier, but she lost to the absolute focus that you had, because there was nothing else other than this fight that you needed to win. You didn't need to win, you didn't need to play, you didn't need to play with your toys, you just needed to win. And she's on the ground. And this time, people are not as surprised. There's no like brief shock because they were waiting, they were watching. It was almost like a stillness as you got back onto this beach ready to fight again. People were watching because they knew last time they missed it. And here you see, as she lays on the ground and surrenders, the sound of cheers rise up again. Your sponsors are in the stands cheering you on because they believe in you now. The only person that doesn't is yourself. So here, you turn back, you're still at full health. The only person, you were able to do it without any help. You know that in these next 2 tiers, it's going to get harder because the people that you're fighting here are either on your level or under. But as you get higher, people are going to get stronger. That's how the game works. That's how the gladiator room works. You get higher and higher levels. You know that you have to win this. But you've already passed day 1. There's only 4 more fights. Only 8 more fights to go. So here, you come back. Your sponsors cheer you on, and you go back to dinner to eat. To talk again, just that absolute surprise for everyone again. You've won. What do you do? How do you feel, Romy? How do you feel in this moment of silence, of stillness again after winning 2 fights in a row?
I'm surprised. I didn't expect it to happen twice. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. And like the cheering is kind of unsettling in a way, but something about it feels good. Just not. Romy's really not really sure how to feel. They look kind of bored, but they're still kind of like just calculating and getting to know their surroundings, still wondering about the ship. They're very, very off put by the ship, but like they're trying to brush it off and make excuses for it and ignore it, but they keep thinking about it. But they're just kind of surprised and taking it all in.
Right, awesome. We're back at the table with Dell and Ash. You're here again. The second time that you had gone. Sorry, excuse me. The second time that you had gone up to that sponsor stand, Lady Veta was not in it. Nor was the man from earlier, the one that you think was running the place. But the other sponsors there were cheering you on as well. They were excited to see Romy's fight. You did not feel any kind of like ill intent. They know the game. You did see in a few of their eyes that you don't think that like look of like, oh, I've lost. Like, I don't think like this, if your fighters did not pass the first tiers, they would not be able to continue on to the second. Only 2 are able to continue on to the second, and it is Romy and it is Bess from earlier, the 2 fighters from tier 1 that you were able to move on to the second tier. You know these 2 names, and you're waiting to see what happens, what to do later on in the day. So you're at dinner now. There's a little bit of a break, and then there's the Equinox Ball at the end of the night. So what do you do? What's your plan? Are you going to put your faith into Romy just winning, or do you want to play this sponsorship game that you've been hearing of playing with like the people, the wins, trying to prove that not only is your fighter good, because now it's been proven, but they also have the storyline that people can follow? What's your plan?
We definitely need to work on the presentation, I think. So like the game that you're talking about, playing into the game. I should be saying this in character.
Yeah, go
Hang
for
on.
it. You're good.
Let me into the zone. I think our next plan of action is pretty straightforward. We've proven that you're a good fighter, Romy. I don't think that's in question anymore. Now we just need to make it so that people like you, for lack of a better term. I suggest that we go around and we potentially speak with some of the sponsors, some of the fighters, potentially work your way up in their good graces.
How do you want me to do that?
Don't worry, darling. It'll be easy. I'll show you how.
Okay. Romy's
Okay,
definitely
here we
like
go.
a little scared.
Okay, here we go. Pretend I am a sponsor, right? Not yours, obviously. I'm already a sponsor. How would you come up to speak with me, right? Okay, I'm in character. Go.
Why
Are you going?
What?
Are you going?
Hi.
Just
Hey.
okay. Can we take it from the top, but maybe a little more friendly?
Some oomph, if you will.
Why am I going up to that? Why I don't need sponsor? I already have a sponsor. Why am I going up to them?
It's all part of the game. You can't just be a good fighter in things like these. You have to win the hearts of the people. How do you think your friend Ivan did it?
He's not my friend.
How do you think your not friend Ivan did it?
Let's do it. Okay. Okay. I don't know. He's good at conversation. He talks to people.
You can be good at conversation. You just gotta give it a try. So from the top, let's go. Okay, I'm a sponsor. Ready? Action.
Hi. How are you?
Good. What was your name?
I'm Romy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Romy. I'm Sheila Daniels.
Nice to meet you. Do you have a fighter?
I do. Little Taylor Swift.
How are they doing in their fights?
So dang. How are you doing in your fights? Oh, I don't even need to ask. I know you're doing amazing. I've been wanting to get to know you, get to know that personality of yours.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't really know. I just threw some punches.
Yeah, well, it must be all because of your amazing sponsors. You know that one? The one with the long black hair? I think he's pretty fine.
Yeah.
Do you think you can link us up at some point?
I think this is enough.
I also think this is enough.
I think we've had enough practice for today.
Okay.
You're doing better already, Romy.
Like, Romy,
Thanks.
you're here looking away from your sponsors who are embarrassing you. They're on, well, not your sponsors. Your one sponsor is embarrassing you. The other one is just here.
If anything, Ash is also embarrassed.
Yeah.
Ash is doing this.
Daniels.
Dell as Sheila Daniels try to hit on Dell as himself. You're not sure how to take this. You don't know what's going on. You look away to see literally anything else. Anyone who can come, not save you, but just give you an excuse to leave this person behind.
No, please save me. Please
In this
save me.
table, you see Spoke. There's a couple of people. There's Spoke and Spike and a couple of the other people hanging out there. You see him like actively trying to get your attention gesture to. He's been doing this for like about 2 minutes, just waiting for you to look around because he's very excited and he has a one-track mind and it's making you sure you get over here. There's his empty chair behind him and he's like gesturing you over. Like, come on, let's go, come on.
Romy kind of looks at Ash and Dell really quick and there's like, I'm gonna
There's another chair over there.
Yes,
It's just not right next to it.
Perfect. And then I'm gonna lean over to Ash and
Romy
like,
and
they grow up so fast.
I love this. Han, you're blurry.
I'm so blurry.
Oh no!
Ash looks beyond annoyed and embarrassed in this moment. Just like this, head down, hoping that nobody witnessed what just happened.
Yeah. Romy just like gives them a nod and goes over to Spoke.
Right.
Kind of like nervously.
Cool. So you're over with Spoke. Your sponsors are left at the table. We'll come back to you and Spoke in just a second. Dell and Ash, do you have...
It worked. It works, guys. That's my secret.
So fucking, oh my god. Okay,
It worked. It worked.
it did work.
All right, awesome.
The thumbnail is just the close-up of the.
You're just like all the
everyone
close-ups
just-
of me.
We all need to get the fisheye lenses.
Fisheye lens, yeah.
Before next session.
Yes.
All right.
I have someone somewhere. One Sorry.
You'll get
keep
there.
going.
I have
Right.
one somewhere as well, but it's long gone.
Cool. So Dell and Ash, you're back at this table. Ash is trying to retreat back into their internal selves and turn into a little ember of flames because something happened and you're not sure how, and it spiraled, and it has been 5 seconds. So you're here, Dell. You're here. You still have some time before you need to start getting ready for the ball tonight. Your fighter is off talking with other fighters, and you're very proud of him because not only did he win, now he's making friends again. Good job after whatever scene that was. So you guys can go
Encouragement.
here. It's exactly. It's something. You guys can stay here at the table. You can go try to talk to some of the other sponsors. There's also that rec room down below that you guys can explore, hang out for a little bit before you need to start getting ready for this Equinox ball. What do you guys do? What do you want to do?
I definitely want to talk to some more people.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I would also like to talk to some more people.
All right. Awesome. So there is. Hold on, let me pull out my NPCs. I have all of my fight stuff set up, and then I'm like, oh my god. Oh no. I have to do something other than
Real?
combat? I was expecting this to take longer.
Yeah, Romy just one hit punched them. like,
It's like,
wrecked their shit in seconds.
alright, hold on, give me 1 second.
Serve.
Okay, cool. So there is 1 second. Okay, there we go. There's my people. Please load. I need these names.
Oh, the people.
The people.
Your mom?
All right, cool. So there's the sponsors that you've talked to before. There's Nim over in the corner who's talking stuff over with Barb. They're kind of like tucked into a little corner and going over some things. It's not that they don't want to be bothered, but they're not open like they were yesterday. They're a little bit like in that half closed off things where they're like clearly talking very quietly to each other, but not wanting anyone to overhear them. Not that you couldn't approach them, but that's what they're doing at this moment. There is there's another table with a large group of sponsors. There's like 2, 3 maybe chairs open. It's in a larger half circle, as well as there is a table of like a 4-seater table over to the other side of like where you're at right now that has two of the chairs are filled and the 2 others are empty. It's open. They're like talking. They all have like their little drinks and dinners with them. So your options, you've got Nim, who you met before. You've got 2 people on the other side of the room, and then you have a larger group of like sponsors, and you think a fighter or 2, with like 2 or 3 chairs open. You do not see Lady Veta. She is not here. Ivan is also not here. You do not see either one of them.
I miss her. I miss her.
I miss Ivan.
She's being busy. She's got things to do.
I love that
A
Ivan
busy
is
woman.
whipped with Romy. It's my new favorite thing in the entire galaxy, and I need everyone to know that.
I miss him. Sorry, I'm just gonna like mute.
You're good.
Okay, so Dell is going to look at all of the options,
Mhm.
and it's another one of those moments where he's suddenly calm.
Mhm.
It like Sheila Daniels is gone. This is Dell. This is Dell. And he is analyzing each of the groups and kind of taking notes in his head on like what's a good idea, what's not. We've already talked to Nim. We've gotten a lot of information from Nim. They don't seem like they're open. There's the sponsors. We could get close to the sponsors. This is all what's going through his head, by the way. We could get close to the sponsors. That might be a good idea. There's those 2 people. They look a little curious. That's an option, but I'm not sure if that would be as beneficial. And then he's going to turn to Ash and he's going to say, from the looks of it, it seems like that big group might be our best bet. What are you thinking?
Say the same thing.
It's a nice team. I love when things work out. Okay, let's go over there. Before we do, what is our plan? What are we trying to get out of this?
I guess just information. Maybe some stories.
You're right. I'd like to get to know some more ideas about what's happening in this next fight, who Romy could potentially be up against.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Look through your notes, Elt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. You're
All
good.
right. Okay, slay. Okay, then Dell is going to walk up to the table Um, he's going to be like, "Hi, are these seats taken?"
You're greeted by a red tiefling with big horns, golden little earrings, little face paint markings that go.
Is this the one that you gave us the pic crew of?
When you said that, I'm like, yes! Oh my god, I know. I have them. So, red tiefling. She's like, no, of course, like, welcome. You guys. I haven't seen you before, but I'll give myself 3 guesses on who you guys are. Ready?
Okay, of course, absolutely.
Well, either you lost horribly, and now you're here to lick your wounds and just try to figure out what else you're supposed to do for the rest of the week. Or 2, you are the sponsors of R. Which one is right? Or like you're lost.
Caught us. You caught us. R is our fighter.
Excellent.
I am Danny DeVito, and this is my wife, Ash DeVito.
Interesting. I don't think I've seen a couple like that before, but okay. Welcome. It's a pleasure to meet you guys. My name is Inez. This is my partner, Taru. We met here actually. So he's dark skin, like antler horns and scar across his face and like little glasses. He's a little bit shyer and holds back a little bit. But yeah, welcome. Where did you find a fighter like that? I don't think no, I have seen someone that has moved as fast as that. It's incredible. Where did you find them? The woods?
Della's gonna kind of like side eye Ash, like, go with it, just go with it. And he's gonna say, we've been training with Romy for years, ever since they were a kid, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Is this your guys' first tournament, or have you been in multiple ones before?
Main goal was training before any kind of tournaments.
All right. I mean,
We wanted to be as prepared as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of the best to start out with, since it's not really focused on like physical. There's a little bit more like interactive involvement and everything. A little bit more storylines to follow. It's a little bit easier, especially if like because that's a melee fighter, like no weapons or anything, like fully just hand-to-hand combat. That's incredible. The only other like purely melee fighter here is it's Golden is the only one that's purely melee. Like mine spoke over here, swords, mostly just swords. Big fans of swords and everything. And then Spike, my partner's fighter, is big fan of like crossbows, longbows, things like that. But having a pure melee fighter, that's incredible. That's who was your teachers? Or did you guys, is that from you guys?
Ash, you'd be more knowledgeable on this.
Ash is currently stumbling over their words right
cool.
now.
Can you roll me deception checks?
Me?
Both
of
of
us?
you.
Yeah, because we're fat liars.
You raised Romy from a young age. Y'all are 20.
Oh my god.
Everyone is
Oh
20.
I forgot about that. We're lying about our ages. They don't need to know we're 20. We're just young. We just look young, you know?
Yeah.
And
God.
also,
What am I rolling?
Okay,
a
yeah.
deception.
Hang on, let me get my cheat sheet out.
I need to-
Oh my god, I have deception +4. Don't worry,
Yeah.
guys.
I have to look at my thing.
I got 2. It's gonna be so funny.
I'm scared to look at my thing. It's gonna make
you
everything
have a
lag.
deception +1.
+1.
A +1.
Okay, so
And I'm rolling perception for both Inez
very
and
heavy.
Taru. So it's 2 against 2.
okay.
So, what did you get?
I just rolled it was supposed to be the D20, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I rolled a 17 +1, that's 18.
Okay.
What?
13 +4, which is 17.
Okay.
Right? 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
So
Sorry.
basically, on both of these dice, I need to roll under a 17.
Hello, God. It's me, Mushtomb.
Is it a
Why are you laughing?
So,
it's a 17, isn't it? It's a 17, isn't it?
Inez rolled a 4.
Mhm.
But
Come
Tara
on.
rolled an 18, and he has a +4 as well to perception. So he's knows you guys are lying. But Inez,
Goddamn, I thought
however,
we were
is
so
so
sorted.
certain that you found a kid in the woods and then raised them to be
Who
a
are also
melee
children.
fighter and then got married at some point when both of you guys are not melee fighters.
Yep.
How would they know?
It's just a crazy coincidence, isn't it?
Romy is not aware of any of this.
Thank
and
God,
you
they'd
two
be
are
crying.
speaking to spoke sponsor as Romy speaks to spoke.
I feel like this is gonna blow up in our face.
Plan
I mean, probably, but you know what? It's for the storyline, innit?
No.
Mm.
Wow.
This was a really good choice that you made.
I make only good choices.
Okay.
See, this is why you don't let me play a character that runs things a bit.
Oh God! I knew I was doing something when I gave you a +4% for deception.
Okay.
So we're lying.
You're fully lying.
We're lying out
And
of our asses
Inez,
right
the
now.
one talking to you actively, believes you full-heartedly. Fully
Okay.
believes anything you're saying. And her partner doesn't. At all.
Okay.
And you cleared none of this with Romy. So, just
So
to
what about
reiterate, they were found in the woods. And then raised by you two, who are married, and your last name is DeVito.
Yes, we are the
Which
DeVitos.
means that Romy is, I guess, Romy DeVito.
Okay.
Romy is not
So we are a
aware
family now.
of
By the
any
way,
of this.
Romy would be so pissed about that.
But
Perfect.
Romy doesn't know.
Not yet.
You're
Thank
our
God.
child.
Hey, and
Congrats.
thank God.
So,
So
Can I
uh-huh.
try to save this by seducing?
oh my god.
You
With your
want to
wife
roll
next to you?
In front of me, your wife?
a married
Polyamory, it's a
woman
thing.
in front of
In
your
front of
Oh my
their
gosh.
partner.
wife.
No, not just in front of your partner, in front of
So in
their
front of
partner.
your wife and in front of No, I would love
I
would
want you to
love
do
to
it.
see Vince, please.
Glad I'm all the way over
Please,
there.
I am letting go
So
of the reins.
glad I'm over there.
No, I want you to roll.
I am letting go of the reins. This is all on Mr. DeVito. now.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
roll. Just roll.
Maybe can I just say not seduce but charm?
Sure.
Can I go that way? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, go
slay.
charm.
What am I rolling for?
Just roll a charisma +2. Because I don't know where else this is not seduce, but make you her like you. When she already believes you about adopting a 20-year-old and you were both 20.
I got a 10 plus
Just
2, which
hear
is
it.
a 12. I got a 12.
This is really good, guys.
We're doing so well.
I'm just here. Yeah. I've let go of the leash. It's,
No.
you're running through the mall amok on your own.
Remember the meme. I'm not on the leash. I never was. I'm not even holding the leash.
No, they
I'm
should be on
going
the leash.
crazy.
Romy's on.
It's
Romy and
flipped.
Ash are the
We gotta
ones
fix
holding the
this.
leash. Yeah.
We put you on
It'll
the leash
get there,
after our
but it'll,
practice
like-
conversation.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
And now I've let
Bell
go.
is an enigma to me. He's an enigma to me. Every time I play him, he changes, and I made his
So
character
does-
so I could do
So
that.
does
have a really
this
good idea. I
does
have a
this
really good
character
idea.
like us or not?
Yeah,
She
I got a
does.
12.
She
She
does
loves
like
you.
She does like you. Again, she
What about the other
fully
guy?
believes all of your lies.
Wait, I was trying to charm the other guy.
Oh, you want to charm the other guy?
Yeah,
Hold on.
because I'm trying to save
Oh.
it. Because I'm trying to save
We're
it.
trying to save it. Okay.
I'm trying to bring it back.
Yeah, because maybe
You rolled a 7. 7 against
Did
your
I do
12.
it?
through sheer dumb luck, you did it.
You're welcome, guys. I did it.
He doesn't believe
Oh
you,
my gosh.
but he thinks
He
you're
doesn't
really
believe-
funny.
Yes, and that's perfect.
Okay.
That's what we want,
He
because
thinks it's
we don't want him to think that we're liars and bad people.
I'm just in shock at this point.
Never mind.
Like, I'm not really sure how this conversation has. I'm like questioning every decision that's led me up to this exact moment.
You've gotten married. You have adopted a child.
In the, yes.
So here you stand, two not married but also a married couple looking at each other. One guy does not believe you, but he thinks you're funny and think this is an intentional, like, oh, of course, of course this is a lie. This is like it's an autism joke. It's an autism joke to lie about the stuff that's not really true.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
an obvious lie.
Yeah.
And his
Yes.
wife fully believes you.
Fully
Every word
100%.
she
We
says.
love Inez.
Okay.
Fully believes you, and
Okay.
she is into it. She's like, oh my god, like, that's fascinating. That's so
That's
interesting.
so
You guys, like, that's wild.
We're the most interesting people. What can I say?
Yeah.
I bet. I don't.
Just a really.
I'm floored, honestly. I don't think I've ever heard a story like that. Like, oh god, and I've heard a lot of stories. That's incredible. I'm gonna come back to you guys when I as the DM, can think for a minute.
So
Yeah, okay.
while we're here,
Yeah.
chat message: belittle, backstab, and boy wife your way into their hearts.
Damn fucking right.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed that one. Anyway, keep
I
going.
love
Thank you,
that.
Tom
So we're-
Holland's big booty.
we're, we're gonna come back to these two, and by
That's
these
their
two I
username.
mean fully this one, because Ash has done nothing wrong ever.
Ash is just
Ash
here.
wanted to go with Romy, but did
Yep.
not. And you're
Ash
regretting
wanted
every
nothing more than
decision.
to not be left with
You're
God.
stuck with
But
me.
here we are.
You're stuck with me.
And now you're married.
And now suddenly Ash is married.
Is there alcohol in this dinner?
Yes, you have.
Did
you have
Del
your
drink
vodka.
alcohol? That
Oh,
explains it.
great.
You have
Awesome.
your vodka.
Wait. Can we just back up? Del is drinking, has been drinking. We'll put that out there. That's the reason he is the way he is.
All right, cool. If that continues, you're gonna have to roll a clean Constitution saving throw for not being drunk off your ass. We'll be back to that. Romy.
I hate it here. I hate it
Great
here.
idea. Oh, I have such a good idea.
Romy, you're here.
Yeah.
We're sitting
I
and
don't like
spoke,
the evil
unaware
kind
of the
happening.
chaos that is happening a little ways away from you. And
Is there
Spoke
nothing
is
to draw?
excited. He's so excited. Like, you don't have to roll. He's so excited for you. He's so excited for everything. He's been talking just like a mile a minute about like everything you did, like how cool it was. Oh, like he's excited. It's like, oh my god, like you're fighting. Oh, you could fight me next time. Like tomorrow. Tomorrow is when I fight. Me and Spike fight tomorrow. We could be up against each other. Oh my god, that's so fun. Oh, that's so exciting.
El, you better not.
This is tragic.
I hate it here, actually.
I mean, I wouldn't want to like. You seem very nice, but I don't want to fight you.
Why?
I don't want to.
It's
I
still
don't wanna
first
hurt
thought you're
you.
not gonna kill me. I've got a
I
little
know,
bit more
but-
sturdiness than that. Please.
Say that. Don't say that.
You do anything to
I mean, yeah. I guess
It's friendly.
I just don't want to
promise.
hurt.
Like, you're not gonna hurt me that bad. Like, trust me, like, I've been punched a lot worse, in, like, bar fights, like, that's when the fists really start swinging, because they don't care about, like, the whole drama of it all. Like, you'll knock me down, like, a little bit, maybe a couple cuts bruised, like, maybe give me a really cool scar, that'd be fun. Oh, I love a cool scar. But, no, you see, even if we don't, I mean, we probably will. Like, it's either me or Spike. We're, like, probably going to get into, like, the last round before that winner that goes on to the third round. So we'll probably fight each other eventually, but it'll be fun. I promise. I promise. Like, I'm not going to kill you. You're not going to kill me. We're good. It's, like, a friendly thing. It's a lot more fun to fight friends. Like, Spoke and I fought for the first year, and that's how we became, like, such besties. Like, it's okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Plus,
Yeah.
even if we don't, like, don't worry. Like maybe I'll lose, maybe you'll lose. I doubt that you'll lose though. But like maybe, and it won't be like we'll just be able to hang out for the rest of the week.
Yeah. hmm
Yeah. Are
That
you good?
sounds fun.
Like, is there anything
Yeah, I'm
wrong?
great. I'm
It's a
I'm fine.
lot, like especially winning 2 fights back to back, like it and the speed that you did, like it's a lot. So don't worry about it. Like, sorry, I tend to be a little bit too much. I'm just so excited.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're okay.
What's your plan for tonight? What are you wearing? Who are you wearing?
Ah, wearing?
Yeah, for the ball. It's not like you don't have to be super fancy, but like a little. It's like fun to dress up and everything. So like, what's your plan? Like, I mean, everyone's well, not everyone. Well, mostly me, and like maybe a couple other people. But like, you're like the fighter of the day, like the night, and like you're the first fight of the night. Everyone's got your eyes on you. So, it do you not have a plan?
So at this point, Romy's like just like super confused, like realizing now they're poor as shit. They got nothing. They there's nothing. They have no idea. They forgot about the ball. Um yeah, I kind of forgot about it.
Do you have like anything or like absolutely nothing? Like if you have absolute, I can work with nothing, girl. I can work with anything. What do you got? I've got a plan. Like you're what? Like how tall are you? Well, you're taller than me, obviously. He's like 5'4".
5'10".
5'10". Okay. No. Oh. Okay. Okay. What do you have? What can I not do to you? What can I do to you?
Uh, I don't know what that means.
Like dress up. Have you played dress up? I play dress up all the time.
Dress up?
Like like when you like are like with like your sisters and everything, and like you get dressed in like the really fancy clothes and do fancy makeups and do like play pretend. Only it's not play pretend. You're actually going to a ball. I have stuff. What do you need?
I have nothing.
You have nothing. Excellent. I can work with that. You stay where I can find you. I will be back. Promise. Pinky promise. Okay? I promise I'll make you look good.
Oh, okay.
Slay. All right, awesome. Okay, cool. I will be back. And he runs off with like a clear determination. You're not certain what he's going to do, or
I'm
he's also
scared.
very much shorter than you. So anything that is from his closet probably won't fit you. So whatever plan is in his mind, you were oblivious to it all. He's probably oblivious to it all. He runs off. Spike is there, like just watching his not twin run away. Like fully had lost that part of the conversation, and just looks over at you, and is just like, he does that. That's very normal.
Okay.
You will look good. I don't think he's ever made anyone look bad. I just don't know where he's going. We don't have a closet
You guys
here.
even live here? Yeah.
No. I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever plan it is, he always comes through.
I mean,
But
I'm supposed to look good, right? For the people.
I mean,
That's the goal is,
the goal
right?
is for the Equinox Ball is essentially this it's like here you can meet the sponsors, the fighters, and essentially get to like know each other and like friendship, like meet each other, like be more comfortable with each other. The ball is essentially the way to like meet the audience members or like the people like running the place. The people like running the place don't come down here. But the ball essentially gives like a different side of you that the audience wants to see because they see you fight and now they want to see you like pretty, dolled up, whatever. We're actors basically in a stage play. So they want I don't really understand it, but they want to see you as a character, what you are, how you behave in different things. Especially since like
Ah.
it's a little bit easier. The ball's a little bit less stressful if it lands on like one of the later days when you get into like the tier 3, 4, 5, because then the focus is on the players or like the fighters that have already been in the game for a while. But this year it's happening on the Equinox itself, which is today, which is the first fighter day, which means all of the focus is on all of the new bays, which means it's on you and it's on Bess.
That actually makes a lot more sense now. A character.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
What you have going on, like the speed that you were able to knock out Mo, who's fine by the way, like he got healed up and everything. he's a little bit pissed, but I mean, you get knocked out in the first fight, anyone's gonna be pissed, but not at you. I think just at himself. Um, Adeline, on the other hand, is not happy. I don't think we're gonna see her again for the rest of the week. She might have left. Um, but so it's you've got this thing going on where you're it's like a brutal kind of efficiency without being like more like rage like barbarian, but like just it's incredible to watch. It's so fast. Like I was watching early, like that first fight, I missed the punch and he was on the ground. So the second one, like I tried to not blink because I didn't want to miss anything. And then in that same speed, it's incredible. So whatever you want to do, you have your character in your hands. You don't have to be like a flirty little guy like Spoke is. Like you can be whoever you want to be because you have that power already. Because people know that you're brutal. Like they know that you're fast and efficient and good at what you do. So whatever character you want to play, you've got it. They'll eat it up. You're the underdog of the season right now. They just want to see who the underdog is. And with whatever Spoke's planning to do, you're gonna draw eyes. Whether or not you want that, just let him know before he actually starts doing stuff. Because once he gets going, like you can stop him obviously if you don't want things done. But like
No,
he's excited.
I'm actually looking
Clearly.
forward to it. I'm actually I'm actually looking forward to it.
That's good. It's his favorite part. He likes the people aspect more than anything else. But I'm excited to see what he does, see what he comes up with, because where is this man going?
I couldn't tell you.
What if he ends up rating the backstage theater costumes? I'm not here. I'm not here. You weren't here either. We don't know what happened.
Nope. Of course. Yep.
All right.
Romy like kind of is like lightening up and like kind of they're kind of relaxing into it. They're kind of downing the vodka and relaxing into it and like
Sir.
they're
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, cool. So you're here chilling, waiting for Spoke to come back with whatever where he's going, no one knows but him. He just knows that you're taller than he is. And that's it. That's really just it. But he's got a plan. So we turn back
complete creative freedom
to these two, who are not flirting with who are the not married couple, not flirting with the married couple, but lying to them and also charming them. We hear.
I mean, there.
What a combination.
It's a messy situation that Dell is the only one that got them into this mess and is pulling them out with sheer dumb luck. They're here. They're excited. They've been talking about like the fight, how things are going, what your plans are, what their plans are. They've been here since like 5 years ago, and their plans have always just been to enjoy the fight more than anything else. Like enjoy the event. Spike and Spoke, you learn, are both in tier 2. They were in tier 1 for a while. Now they've upgraded to tier 2. Mostly just because both of them had no interest in winning the fight, but that like the ability to essentially just fight with each other and then move on slowly. They're in it for like, well, the free food, the free entertainment. All you have to do is punch a couple people a couple times, and you're good for a week. You get paid. It's one of the easiest jobs then. They also very clearly love their fighter. They've been with them for years. Inez also has another fighter that she mentions that she's been working on, also training up to become a fighter who actually really wants to win this thing. So she has both sides. She has one that's just here to be chill and the other one that's here to win in the next couple of years. So as she talks to you about like training and like what you plan to do and how you did it and like what things you like did as like a melee combatant, she's asking you a lot of questions and you are bluffing out of your ass.
Damn right.
Dell, you do have a little bit of experience with training. You've trained with your mother, who also, she's not a melee fighter. She uses like a sword, and like she's a fighter, an adventurer. So you're essentially just regurgitating everything your mother said back to you about like keeping like yourself cool and collected and like not going after people without like having a plan and like being able to like like work with situations. You emphasize like having like knowing how to fight on different levels of like ground, sand, dirt, snow, especially in this arena, with like so many different
And
things.
would I
Sorry.
potentially
Ash, Hannah, you good? You glitched out for a minute. Do you need
I need like the last 5 seconds.
Okay. Inez has just been talking about like training and then like what she's been doing. She has a fighter that she's training up, so she's essentially asking you questions about training, about melee fighting. Dell is just regurgitating what has been told to him because he has no actual experience, but his main thing has just been like, oh yeah, like train on like different levels of ground, like different arena, especially since like the arena is like so many different things all the time. Like get them used to fighting in different things. Because like Mo's thing was that Mo and Adele were like unstable on sand, so they had no clear footing. So Romy was able to just get them down. Say how you like trained Romy on different levels of ground. You didn't. You don't know if Romy has fighted on any other thing. You know that they apparently fought on sand, maybe, but other than that, you're not certain. So you're just bullshitting, and she believes you. Taru has come around to it. He thinks that you're lying about adopting a 20-year-old and then raising them out of the woods. But he thinks that's just like a bit, like a story that you're trying to tell sponsors, like a funny little thing to make you interesting to stand out. Because you seem fairly confident about what you're talking about training, even though you're pulling it out of your ass. But you've had experience with training. Ash, you haven't. So you're kind of just struggling to keep up, but also because all of your training, all of your knowledge has come from books. You've read to learn about your goddess, about like the rituals, the experiences. So you're also learning from Dell and agreeing with him very confidently because you don't know any different. All you know is how to, well,
So sorry.
don't know. You haven't really been in a fight. You've been interested in like books and like investigating different things and following the leads that your goddess has given you, but an actual hand-to-hand combat is not your strong suit. So you've been leaning more towards like, oh, like here's how to like make them nicer to people, not in Sheila Daniels, my fighter is Taylor Swift roleplay scenes. In fact, you're trying to rein in Dell just a little bit from going
A little flamboyant,
chaotic.
if you will.
Flamboyant is fine. You're just like, please don't bring up Sheila Daniels.
Yes.
The thing is, though, Dell knows what he's doing. Like the reason that he's like this, and I'm explaining to this so out of character right now. But the reason that he's like this is because he's kind of figured out that if you are flamboyant, if you bring the energy, people will like you. People will be like magnetic towards you. You know what I mean? Like if you have that energy, it's wild. As somebody who naturally has that energy, and I used to be a shy kid who would not speak to like anyone, it's so sorry, now I'm sounding calculated, but like I don't know, it's a fascinating kind of thing where I do find that when I was like the depressed little mess 14-year-old versus the always energetic big moves, people want to talk to that person. You know what I mean? They don't really want to talk to the other one. And so I've kind of incorporated that in Dell. Everything he does, it's for a reason. I have my reasons.
You're here, you're talking with the sponsors. They're having a good time, they're drinking. What are you guys drinking? Hold on. Because I know Romy drinks vodka. So I just okay. I know.
What kind of fruity little drinks do you have?
All sorts. There's the house special. There's like any kind of like mocktails, cocktails, like lemonades, waters, and then like in the tiny little asterisk section, there is a very tiny little writing that says beer, as if they're trying to make sure no one actually drinks it. It's a bunch of theater kids. They're like, no, we planned all of these cocktails. Drink them.
Okay, I'm drinking one of the cocktails easily.
Okay, awesome. Okay, Ash, are you drinking anything? Or are you dead?
I missed what was in the asterisk.
Asterisk
section.
is just a very tiny little thing that says beer in really small handwriting, as if they're trying to make sure no one actually orders it, but technically they still do have it. They've put a lot of work into the cocktails and the mocktails and the house specials and everything, so they want you to drink
Okay.
those that they actually worked on and not, beer.
Okay, what is Ash drinking?
There's also like water, lemonades, juices, things like that. Del is
Ash
getting a
is
little bit
drinking a
drunk.
pina colada.
Pina colada. All right.
Right, he is.
Excellent. Okay, cool. So, Del, you're not
I'm going to the bathroom. You go.
Slay. Okay. Del, you're not drunk enough yet to roll a Constitution saving throw, but keep an eye on those drinks just in case.
Aye,
Because
Captain.
next session we'll go into the ball scene, which may, matter about your Constitution, may not. We'll find out. So you're
What
here.
What do you mean?
You're going into a giant
Can't be
party
hammered.
full of other people that you need
You
to
can't be
impress.
plastered at the party.
And your Constitution is kind of important. So there
He's
will
just a
also be
little
drinks
guy.
at the ball. So you guys are here talking with Inez. Is there any like specific questions that you want to ask her about like history? Because she's been here for 5 years, which is the longest that you're anyone you've met except for Nim. Nim has been here for longer than that, but Inez is here and she's very much more closer to Del, and Taru is closer to Ash, in that sense of like you have the flamboyant spoken one and the one in the background that kind of just watches. Ash, you can also ask questions to either one of you, whatever both of them will answer. Just let me know what and who.
You got anything, Hannah? Okay, I do have one thing that I'm curious about.
Mhm.
And you're gonna know why when I ask.
Mhm.
Let me look at my notes real quick.
Mhm.
So I'm talking to them and I'm gonna say, like, so you guys have been here a long time, and then he's gonna take a drink of his drink. You must have been around. Well, see, I was speaking with Nim the other day, and they had told me something about this fighter, Lady Taz. Did you ever hear about that? It was like a whole love story, apparently.
Oh, Lady Taz was the sponsor.
Oh, yes.
Lady Taz was the sponsor. Purple with no E was the fighter. Yes, we did hear about that. It was very dramatic.
Dramatic? In what way?
I mean, any sense of like your fighter is sleeping with another fighter's sponsor is dramatic. Like, it's not like against the rules, but it's dramatic. And like afterwards.
So wait, who was who in this?
So Lady Taz was the sponsor of Lady Taz was the sponsor of hold on. Oh my god. I have this. Oh god. So Lady Taz was the sponsor of Nicholas. He's still fighting today. He's in tier 3, I think. He has a new sponsor now. And then Purple with no E. Purple, but like the E was dropped off, but everyone just called him Purple with no E. His sponsor was some guy. He was gross. I didn't really like him, so he didn't really matter. Which is probably why Purple was like, fuck that, and slept with somebody else's sponsor. Nicholas is fine though. The Purple sponsor just never came back because it's embarrassing. But yeah, they got together. They have a little kid. She's a little cutie, but they're off. They live in Segerheim now, I think. I don't know. They move a lot, from what I hear. They're kind of that like adventuring couple. So yeah. Do you know them?
Do I?
No.
Maybe I do.
You do not.
No?
Not
Damn
in the
it.
slightest.
Damn it, I was so wrong. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, then I'll say,
Mhm.
no, I just love.
Mhm.
So when I heard Nim say that there was a romance, I just had to know more.
Yeah. It's a shame too, because I don't think the fighters here have ever had like a romance arc that anyone has gone on, just because it's a little bit more difficult, just because there's not a lot of like people to like see that happen. Um, but if it was, it would have been a story for the ages. How did you guys meet? What's your love story?
Oh, well, me and my little ember of my heart here, we met many years ago. It was actually on my birthday.
On your birthday.
Yes.
Incredible.
I was out with some of my friends and family just celebrating, and I looked across the way and I saw the most stunning, vibrant, one might even say just sparks were flying between us. And I had to go over. I had to go and talk. But well, you don't know me much, but I'm a bit of a wet blanket, but that was no problem. They were able to warm up my heart real quick.
Haru looks at you, Ash. Inez is fully focused on Dell and this like barely pieced together love story that just involved, I guess, love at first sight. Taru looks at you and leans forward a little bit, as to like let them have their own conversation, as they are very just like, it's the kind of thing where you get two people who are hyper excited and then just bounce off each other like little ping pong balls forever. They're not really focused on what's going on around them. He leans forward, arms like crossed, like hands crossed in front of him, looking over at you, and he's studying you. He's looking for something. Roll me a deception check. Let me add a +1 to that.
Both or
And not you. You're
okay.
You're having a good time.
I'm flying.
You guys
I'm
fully
vibing,
believe
dude.
each other in everything.
We see each other.
You're
we
like
see each
same
other.
wavelength. Head empty, no thoughts.
Tolly! Sorry, I just saw that one of my friends is in chat. I got
Slay.
excited.
Okay.
Welcome.
What did you roll, Ash?
It was +1, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, 5.
I rolled a nat 1. Taru doesn't see
Way.
shit. Whatever he's looking for, he does not
He
find
does not
it.
find it.
He does not find it. And it doesn't, it's not in the sense that, like, if he had rolled higher, it probably would have bothered him. But it's in that one, so whatever he's looking for, he doesn't find, and it's like that thing of, like, if you expect not to find something, you don't find it, then you like, chill.
Mm-hmm.
So he leans back, almost relaxed a little bit, because he did not see whatever he was trying to see in you. And then Inez looks over at you, Ash, and is like, "Oh my god, so how did you feel about meeting Del? Because Del has this, oh, it's so cute. So how was it like from your side? Was it love at first sight too, or did you like have to like wait a minute to fall in love?"
Yes, Ash, tell them.
I mean, pretty much the same. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else I can add.
You're just like my husband. Like, he's man a few words over here. Like, he lets me do all of the talking. He has to speak up a couple of times, but you know, that's so sweet. It's so cool to see a young couple right here. And how old are you guys?
Wait, I got this. Oh, please. You know you're not supposed to ask a lady her age. Don't be asking me that.
We're all ladies here, girl. Don't worry. I just want to know your skincare routine. Like,
oh. I find that hydration is the best thing.
Oh my gosh!
Having so much fun with this. This is the best.
wanted to see how deep you'd go. God.
What about you guys? I mean, you guys seem so sweet. What's your story?
Oh, like we met here. Spoke was my fighter right here. We've known each other for a couple of years. We heard that the Willowfell gladiator tournament was going on, and I had because Spoke was my friend's child, so I was like, hey, does anyone want to because I just wanted to view it because it seemed really fun. And Spoke was like, hey, I want to fight. Love him to death. Boy of my heart. Practically my own, basically. So we took I showed him a couple of things because I used to be an adventurer back in my day too. So I taught him a couple of things on how to fight and everything. Freshening up on some skills, and then we went over to the gladiator arena. And since he wanted to fight, I was like, sure, of course I'll sponsor you. So we came, and then Spoke ran into Spike first. So they fought together, they were each other's first fight, and they looked the exact same, which was wild because they did not know each other in any sense of the way. So I was so curious on what was going on. So I found it Spike's sponsor, and he was the cutest. And she's blushing hardcore. Her skin is fully red, and it just gets darker red at her cheeks because she is very much in love with this man. I found him, and he was this edgy, broody bad boy type thing. And so I went over and we started talking. Started talking about our fighters, because they look so much alike. They had such a good time. They hit it off. So we're like, okay, cool. We might as well hang out during the year. We both had the money to travel across the continent or whatever. So we took our fighters. We met a couple times during the major balls. We went and kept coming back for every spring equinox, and then we got together in the second one. I proposed first, and he was over here. You see Taru is just slowly sinking back down. This is not a man that wants a lot of attention on him, but it's not he is embarrassed of this love story. He's just oh god, don't stop. Don't look at me.
His name?
Taru.
How do you spell his name?
T-A-I R U. Tairu. Taru.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's us. We just met and kept meeting, and I may have made sure that we kept meeting, but it's what
You're
is
a
it for love?
mastermind.
Just a little bit, girl. Yeah.
I love to see it. I'm a little mastermind myself.
Such a cutie. So, here. You talk with Inez for a little bit. They get up, after a little bit, they get up to go get ready for the ball. They've got, Inez talks about her little dress that she's got ready. It's has got these fun little flame designs on everything and gold jewelry and everything. So they go off to go get ready. Dell and Ash, you both split off to go to your own separate rooms. You do have separate rooms. You go to get ready. Ash, you've had your outfit planned for ages. The moment that you knew that the gladiator arena was happening, you'd look at the schedule. You knew what you were wearing. You'd packed it. Everything has been laid out. It is pressed and dried and ready for you. Dell has a package on his bed. There's a note on top of it. It's got really fancy gold embellishment. There's little antler horns curving on the top of it. And
wait, me?
Yes, you. You have your outfit. It's been set up.
Oh yeah, I do.
You have your outfit, but there's something else on your bed. Something that you did not put there. It shimmers with an almost like ethereal kind of paper, as if it is something that knew what a present looks like, but doesn't actually have access to mortal wrapping paper. So there's a note on top of it. You also have that package. Which one do you open first?
From God.
So it's your outfit dripping with pearls, the kind of thing that it's celestial. Even there's that shimmer, that glow of a kind of magic fabric. It is created by a god for one of their chosen heroes, and on the note that you read after tearing into it, it just says, in like beautiful little script to my chosen one from Avaris.
I love Avaris. I do. I really, really do.
It's like, and then Romy. Spoke comes back. It's been a good while, the entire conversation. You've seen your sponsors leave. You've just been hanging out and eating and drinking with the other fighters. They've all kind of like chilled out. You can see that a lot of them are a little bit nervous for this party going up. You've essentially, other than Spoke, the other fighters at the table are a little bit more like you. They're a little bit more reserved. They're not big, flamboyant people that are like actively ready to like talk to people and like be a performance and everything. Spoke to since looks like to be like this guy that's like the face of the party of this little group of fighters. So you all eat, essentially recoup your energy to get ready for this party. Spoke comes back. He's excited, like he's shaking, almost vibrating with energy, and he reaches over to like he offers his hand to you and says, come on, I have it ready. Oh my god, I'm so excited, come on.
Okay.
All right, awesome. He takes your hand and you run, and he like practically drags you. This man has a mission. You're following behind him. You go into one of the larger rooms, one of the double rooms. A Spoke and Spike do share a room. So you go into this larger room. There's a little bit more space than your one single bed, and hanging on this on the back of the door, there's a dress. It's intricately beaded with dark glass beads, almost sheer fabric, long and black, and something that doesn't quite fit Spoke style at all. He's in like all of these bright colors, so wherever he found this dress, you're not certain. But he sits you down, starts to do your hair, weaves in bracelet like braids and little like things from his jewelry box, little rings and trinkets. It's like makeup and everything. He's pulling out all of the stops. And he offers you this dress. It fits you. It's maybe a touch, like an inch or so too long, but it fits you beautifully. And he's excited. More than anything else, he's excited. And fully forgets to dress himself because he's fully attention on you until Spike comes in, lets him know, like, hey, there's only a little bit of time. And he pushes you back out, being like, wait, hold on. I have things to do. Goes back inside to change into his own little outfit. Leaving you're here. Ash, you're getting ready. Del, you have a present from your goddess of a quality that you had not even expected or even asked for. And you get ready. Next session, we're headed to the Equinox Ball.
Oh my god!
I'm so excited.